Climate change is here. It is no longer a distant threat. It is the defining challenge of our time. The year 2024 has shattered temperature records, setting a new, alarming benchmark for global warming. The impacts are being felt worldwide, from devastating wildfires to unprecedented heat waves. The planet is sending us a clear message. We must act now. The science is irrefutable. Human activities, particularly the burning of fossil fuels, are releasing greenhouse gases into the atmosphere. These gases trap heat, causing the planet to warm at an alarming rate. The consequences are dire, impacting every corner of the globe and every aspect of our lives. The urgency of the situation cannot be overstated. We are at a crossroads. We can either continue on our current path, facing increasingly catastrophic consequences, or we can choose a different future. We can embrace a sustainable path, one that prioritizes clean energy, protects our natural world, and ensures a livable planet for generations to come. The year 2024 will be etched in history as the hottest on record. Global temperatures have soared to unprecedented levels. Scientists have long warned of this tipping point. The consequences are everywhere. Heat waves are more frequent and intense, straining power grids. Droughts are parching farmlands, threatening food security. Wildfires are raging across continents, leaving destruction. The oceans are bearing the brunt of climate change. Sea levels are rising as glaciers and ice sheets melt. Coastal communities face an existential threat. The ocean is becoming more acidic, threatening marine life. This acidification disrupts ecosystems and impacts fisheries. The impacts are far-reaching, disrupting economies and displacing communities. The most vulnerable, least responsible for the crisis, bear the brunt. Climate change is not just an environmental issue, it is a profound human issue. It is a threat multiplier, exacerbating existing inequalities and creating new ones. Its impacts are felt most acutely by those least equipped to cope. Heat waves are claiming lives, particularly among the elderly and those with underlying health conditions. Respiratory illnesses are on the rise due to worsening air quality, fueled by wildfires and other climate-related events. Climate change is also driving displacement on an unprecedented scale. As sea levels rise and extreme weather events become more frequent, people are being forced from their homes. This displacement is creating climate refugees seeking safety and security in a world struggling to cope with the growing crisis. The economic toll of climate change is also staggering. Extreme weather events are causing billions of dollars in damage, disrupting supply chains and impacting livelihoods. The costs of inaction far outweigh the costs of transitioning to a low-carbon economy. Investing in renewable energy, climate-resilient infrastructure and sustainable practices is not just an environmental imperative, it is an economic necessity. Section 4, Nature Under Siege, from glaciers to coral reefs. The natural world, the very foundation of our existence, is under siege from climate change. Ecosystems are being disrupted, biodiversity is plummeting, and the delicate balance of life on Earth is in jeopardy. Glaciers, once mighty rivers of ice, are retreating at an alarming rate, their meltwater contributing to rising sea levels. Coral reefs, vibrant underwater cities teeming with life, are bleaching and dying as ocean temperatures rise and acidification takes hold. Forests, the lungs of our planet, are burning at an unprecedented scale. Wildfires fueled by drought and extreme heat are releasing massive amounts of carbon dioxide into the atmosphere, further exacerbating climate change. The Amazon rainforest, once considered a bulwark against climate change, is now a net emitter of carbon dioxide. The loss of biodiversity is particularly alarming. Species are disappearing at a rate faster than at any time in human history. This loss of biodiversity weakens ecosystems, making them less resilient to change and less able to provide the essential services upon which we depend. Section 5, a call to action. Global cooperation for a sustainable future. The challenges posed by climate change are immense, but they are not insurmountable. We have the knowledge, technology, and resources to chart a sustainable course. But it requires a shift in our thinking, priorities, and actions. International cooperation is paramount. The Paris Agreement provides a framework for global action. It commits nations to limit global warming to well below 2 degrees Celsius. Meeting this goal requires drastic reductions in greenhouse gas emissions. We need to transition to clean, renewable energy sources, invest in energy efficiency and sustainable transportation, protect forests and oceans, restore ecosystems. Individual actions are crucial. Reduce carbon footprints, consume responsibly, and advocate for change. By making conscious choices, we can contribute to a sustainable future.